Well, back to Fog Entertainment. We're here with some season 6 predictions for the final season of Better Call Saul.
Wait, is it confirmed it's the final season?
Yes.
Absolutely 100%?
Yes.
Well, that tells me it's going to be pretty action-packed, because...
Well, action-packed. Right, let's just get a few home truths out here. This show's fucking overrated. I'm sorry, it's massively overrated.
It is.
Well, it's went 5 seasons and we've achieved the square root of hee-haw. Sorry to burst anyone's bubble, but see people that say this is the greatest TV show ever, or it's rivaled.
You're lying to yourself, damn it.
Like, I think there's a lot of overrated TV shows out there, but I would say you would rather watch a big TV show than Better Call Saul, because see 90% of the stuff in this is fucking irrelevant. I mean, Kim making that guy keep his house. Oh!
Who cares? What does that offer?
I mean, to be honest, 90% of the stuff with Kim's pish, you know, I get it, it's a prequel, it's very limited, but for me, there's so much stuff they could have done with like the post stuff we like to do with Saul. Maybe they'll dive into that this season, but I just feel like we're at the end of the 5th season, and he is closer to being Saul, obviously. But for literally 4 seasons, he was still Jimmy McGill.
Yeah, just don't like the way this show has been done at all, really.
What would you give it out of 10?
Honestly, I know some people are saying this is better than Breaking Bad, and I have an interest in it because of Breaking Bad. But if Breaking Bad didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be watching this show. Overall, out of 10, I mean, I'd give it like a 6.
Yeah, I'd give it.
And
a 6.
I don't think that's me being harsh. Don't get me wrong. There's been a few episodes where I thought, fuck, that was like a 10 out of 10 episode or something, you know.
See,
there has been some good episodes, but I mean, honestly, you'll get 3 or 4 episodes in a row that just literally fucking nothing happens, and I can't just like that episode where Mike and Saul are out in the desert was great. You know, there was like one of the, I think the finale there with Lalo. I mean, I thought that was a great episode. I mean, probably not a 10 out of 10, but I mean, I thought that was pretty, at least an 8, probably 9. But I mean, having the odd really good episode just doesn't make this show. It doesn't make it good. You know what I mean?
No.
I mean, I'm looking at Breaking Bad, and I reckon you could probably count the number of Breaking Bad episodes that were under an 8 on one hand.
How about you?
Whereas on this show, I think it's more, you could probably count the episodes that were over an 8 on one hand, you know?
Yeah.
There has been some good episodes, but just not enough. Like, I mean, but the average episode in Breaking Bad, I felt was probably like an 8. I felt that was probably the average for a Breaking Bad episode, whereas Better Call Saul, it's like the average episode is probably, honestly, probably like a 4 or 5, maybe higher. A decent episode's maybe like a 6. And then, like I said, you'll get the rare episode that's like 8, 9. But
it's just so overrated, guys. I mean,
it's too reliant on one character, and the one character that it's reliant on isn't even at his best yet. I mean, I thought when I first seen it, right, I'm not expecting Saul Goodman after 2 episodes, but I thought we were going to see him morph from Jimmy Goodman to Better Call Saul, and
like they only started calling him Saul at the start of this season 5.
I mean,
but even then, he's not Saul. He's just going under.
I don't think he is.
He doesn't even have the office that he's got in Breaking Bad.
No, I don't think none of that will happen. I think this series will maybe end with him moving into his office, and that's it.
That would be a pish fucking ending.
Well, based on how the pace of the show, do you think we once sees 10 episodes to go, he's going to make the transform? And
final season, though. I mean, Breaking Bad's final season, there was a lot of time skips. So.
Well, unless the season starts and he's got his office and he's already.
I know, but you're going to start with a Lalo fallout, and that's not going to be a time skip.
They could do a time skip, like. But,
anyway, guys, just needed that rant out there. The show's alright, but people need to get off their fucking. I mean, just because Breaking Bad's good doesn't mean you need to kiss this show's arse. Same with the Mayans. I mean, Sons is fantastic, but the Mayans is just.
The Mayans is nowhere near as good as Sons, but I would put the Mayans.
And to the guy that commented, it's better. You need your fucking Wendy's.
What, the guy said the Mayans is better than Sons, or he said this is better than Breaking Bad?
No, he said Mayans is better than Sons.
So the only way I could like accept
if Saul's your favourite character, I can maybe see why he prefers the Breaking Bad.
No, well, alright.
But with Mayans, I don't see.
No, it's not, because even if Saul's your favourite character, Jimmy Goodman's not as good as Saul, so that doesn't make any sense.
But if you're going to choose one over the other,
let's go back to the Mayans here. The only way
if you're a lawyer, you might.
The only way I can accept that you think the Mayans is better than Sons of Anarchy is if you're Mexican, Hispanic, and it's like more you think the show is more tailored to your culture. Then I can accept that. I mean, the only probably other reason is if you're a massive SJW and you just want to say the Mayans is better because it's got more people of colour in it. That's probably, and you're being completely fucking biased. That's probably, and you don't like white people. That's probably the only way you could honestly say that Mayans is better than Sons of Anarchy. I mean, it's not. It's just not.
Talking about the Mayans, some guy commented, if you're intimidated by somebody's height, you have no idea what you're talking about. Height has nothing to do with presence. That was referring to Bishop. I agree with it.
Wait, height has nothing to do with presence. Now, I'm not saying short guys can't be. They can't.
Look at Alvarez, Bishop, two different guys.
No, I'm not saying short guys can't have presence, but for him to say that height has nothing to do with presence, is he serious?
Oh, what a fucking idiot, Stephen
so,
O'Connor.
See when
he did say the writing sucks in the Mayans, so I'll give him that.
See when Opie dies. See when the four guys walk in, who's got the most presence? Is it the wee fucking...
Is it Hightower?
Is it the wee midget, or is it fucking Brandon Hightower who walks in at almost 7 foot tall?
Put this, see before that he walked in, you had money on Opie, you would have been felt pretty... The cash out would have been pretty good. But not after he walked.
See when you're watching the Green Mile, you're like, you see this new prisoner, and they say to the guard, the officer, he's even bigger than you, and then fucking Duncan Clark walks in, they're breaking their necks to look up at the guy. Is that you tell me he would have had the same presence if he walked in at fucking 5'5" like Bishop level? Come on, who made that comment?
Stephen O'Connor.
Stephen O'Connor, go kill yourself. Right? Well, don't do that. You're a good guy probably, but you're talking shit. You don't have, go delete your YouTube channel or account even.
Yeah, Steve.
Aye, you just don't know what you're talking about. Go and get banned or something. Cause
all good banter on it.
To say that height has nothing to do with presence like that is. Now, if you said that you don't need to be tall to have a presence, I'd accept that.
Yeah.
Because there can be exceptions, like Alvarez, who looks a lot more intimidating. But even then, that's true. He's got a bigger build. He looks more muscular than Bishop. So again, that is to do.
And his moustache is over. Like,
that's not necessarily to do with height, but that's still to do with size. It's just not a height size. It's more of a width size.
And it's the same with like.
It's the same as Sergeant at Arms, the handlebar guy. I mean, he's not tall, but fuck me, he looks. It's like fucking Taz. Anyone watches WWE, you look at Taz, the guy came in, he's fucking short as fuck, but he's wearing a singlet and he looks like a killer.
No, but it's even like Grandpa Mike in Better Call Saul. Like, he doesn't really have a physical. Obviously, he doesn't have a physical presence, but I don't know. You see him in combat and shit. Like Bishop, he had that fight with Angel, but what else is he fucking? Where's what's that guy's name? Where's Ramos? Fuck off, you midget bastard. Sit down. Anyway, though, Better Call Saul season 6 predictions. I'm going with Lalo, Nacho, Kim, Odai, and Jimmy.
Well, let's break it down a bit. How's Kim die?
I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking, right?
Predictions.
I'm thinking, right? If she's died, right? But obviously, they've dug themselves a hole. How's there no mention of her in Better Call?
Well, no, I disagree. I think it would be more far fetched if she was still alive and there was no mention of her.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So therefore she has died.
At least in this though, Jimmy's basically he disowned Chuck and he's not mentioned him really since his death.
Well,
so it makes sense in Breaking Bad for there to be no mention of Chuck.
Right.
But the closer Kim dies to Breaking Bad, the more unrealistic it is for there to be no mention of whatsoever.
Well, if she's already dead, then what need? Who's he going to mention up to? Who's there that also knew Kim?
No, but you know what he's
like.
You know what he's like when he's always constantly cracking jokes. He's surprised he's not, oh, my ex-wife or blah blah blah. He's like, I don't know, something like that.
Well, yeah, but maybe he wants to leave his former life behind him. Does he ever mention his name's Jimmy Goodman? Did he ever talk about his brother? Does he ever
That's what I said. It's alright.
Does he ever talk about working at HMM? Howard Hamlet Miguel.
See, I think they should have done more of that.
But I mean, it's Breaking Bad. I mean, let's be real. He was brought in as like a side character. I don't really like him.
And he fucking near took it over.
Yeah, almost stole the show. Shawn Michaels, showstopper. Right, Kim, obviously probably going to die. How? Lalo?
No, but then Jimmy would be a bit more
pissed. Maybe Jimmy kills Lalo.
Dead on.
Then again, he doesn't seem like a killer.
But then we get that scene in the desert where he's like, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio. He thought it was Lalo that kidnapped him in Breaking Bad. So.
Anyway, I agree that those three will die because...
So maybe Lalo kills him and then he thinks, oh fuck, I'm next. And then Nacho kills him and then...
See if you're not in Breaking Bad, there's no real... There's no real hope for you getting out of this.
And
season,
another
is there?
thing, right, going back to why this just isn't as good as people make. See Gus and Mike, they're fucking almost depressing to watch in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
There's so many great moments, and
Look at Gus is dead vibrant and fucking.
in this he's just. Mike has his odd moments in this, like the desert episode, but there's just a lot of stuff with Mike where it's just, oh, I want to blow my brains out here.
Who else could die? What? Howard?
How's he gonna die? Fucking cocaine overdose?
Could be. Right, anyway, what is your predictions? How does this season end? I don't think we see the chance. I think the season ends with maybe Jimmy, having his office or something, and he starts this.
Well, in Breaking Bad, Jesse knew of Saul, and by the sounds of it, he might have already done some work with him. So maybe we could get.
You think we could see Jesse in a
Maybe a combo or Crazy or something like that. Crazy 8, because he got Crazy 8 out, didn't he? Who's that guy? Crazy 8's cousin. Did you not get him off?
Amelia?
I think you might get him off. So you could see stuff like that. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but do you not think that's something more that would happen at the start of the show rather than in the last season?
Oh, but it's tying the timeline together.
I suppose.
If it happened at the start of the show, it'd be fucking over the place.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm disappointed. I thought we would have got more appearances and stuff like that. I thought we would have seen more, and we haven't really seen it yet. I mean,
yeah.
Could we not have got an appearance for Walter? And I don't even mean like, I just mean like as a background character. Could they not have did like a, what do you call those, like wee Easter eggs?
Easter eggs.
Could they not have done something like Saul's in a store buying something, and you just see Walter White walk past?
They're in the same city, like it's not unrealistic.
Yeah, I think something like that would have been cool, and they didn't even, they didn't even tell you about
Loads
it.
of shows do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like fucking, they could literally be in the queue in the same store or something, and you just see Walter White behind them. I think something like that. I think would have been pretty cool, but they haven't done that. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Maybe Bryan Cranston's just done with this series. I don't know, because even then they said he was going to be in the movie a bit, and I mean he was in it for like 2 minutes.
That was pish.
El Camino.
What did they even talk about?
It was crap, wasn't it? See when you got a movie and like about 40% of the movie's flashbacks, like it's hard to.
With Todd singing.
Yeah, just not really. Didn't really do it for me. But anyway, I agree. Those three will die. There might be more deaths. I'm not really sure, but I think the season will end obviously with Jimmy starting up his own office, and he'll be officially known as Saul Goodman. So I'm predicting that's how it'll go.
Well, we get it. I think
with prequels though, no matter how you end it, it's going to be a bit lackluster because you're basically.
We have seen a lot of those flash forwards where like he's in the taxi and the guy notices him and he gets noticed in the mall and shit.
That must mean something. They're tying that in, surely.
So maybe he'll die or something.
Who?
Saul, or maybe Jesse will bump into him or something.
Saul will die.
At the end. We had the heart attack. Well, how's it going to end? Is it just going to end with him in the Cinnabon?
You think there's going to be a time skip and they're going to...
We've already seen time skips. All those things in the fucking future.
After Breaking Bad.
Remember you thought they weren't? What a fucking retard. You thought they were just showing them for the crack.
Sorry, Stevie O'Connor. There's two spastics in the building here.
I'm the one of them.
I don't know. I mean, that could... but the pacing of this show just doesn't make any sense to me for that to happen. And if they do something like that, I don't think they're going to dedicate a full episode. I think it'll be like a 5-minute thing at the end. After the credits.
And that's another thing about a prequel, right? Like how is like Mike and Gus's story going to end in this? Because nothing explosive can really happen.
Yeah, because we already know that.
I mean, it's not like Lalo's going to fucking go after Gus and Hank. Gus and Mike and shoot them 4 times each. Like,
no, that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen, guys. But anyway,
that's our predictions. Let us know what you think down below. Any death predictions? Any predictions on how...
I don't see any more vids on Better Call Saul. I feel like with Mayans there's just a lot more to talk about with this. It's like...
Yeah, because there seems to be more things going on in the Mayans. Even if it's shit, there's still more things going on. Whereas in this, like, what's really going on?
Realistically, in this, all that's going to happen is Lalo's going to find out Nacho double-crossed him, he'll kill him, and then Kim's going to be written off, and then Jimmy will probably buy his fucking building.
Like, let's be real. See season 4, apart from that German architect guy getting killed.
Werner Ziegler.
Apart from Werner Ziegler biting the dust.
Ziegler.
That was pretty much what they built the whole fucking thing around.
I know.
Insane.
When it's gonna be a long, long time. Anyway, though, this has been a long time, this Fed. Till the next one, I don't know what we'll talk about next. Hopefully it's not this shit show. But until then, peace.
Peace.